I'm Neil Capstick, and before the accident, moving up to the accident, I did a lot of work physically with myself. I did a lot of martial art. At the time I was exploring judo and Muay Thai, so full contact Thai boxing, and went to work on my bike every day pretty much, 4 or 5 days a week. Not going to work on a bike was not a choice, it was if I had to not go to work on a bike. On the day of the accident, I was travelling past a line of traffic that were pulled up at a junction. They were cruising slowly, and the guy to my left decided he was going to let someone out. Put the brakes on and they pulled out, and that was it. I had a split second when I saw it happening, and I can see it now really vividly. I pulled the brakes on, the bike starts to stand up onto the front wheel. I saw her turning out, saw she was looking the other way. She's looking left at the traffic coming, which she was turning into obviously. And then she glanced right just as I hit the side of the car. I stepped off the bike and the bike whipped round and hit the side of the car, and I landed on my feet on the floor holding the handlebars. Amazing thing. Clipless pedals are a beautiful thing. My glasses landed on the floor and broke the lenses, and that was all it was. That's all it seemed to be, but quite a shock. Rode to work, which was only another half a mile, 3/4 of a mile from there on the flat, so no bother. Got into work, had a nice story to tell everybody. Well, not so nice story. Dropped the bike off at the place in Rawtenstall, and they checked it over for me. By the end of the day, they said there's a fracture line in the carbon fibre of the seat post, so they said we'll have to look into that, but likelihood is it might be repairable. Go to see the doctor a couple of days later, and the doctor said we're not concerned. The knee was, I could feel a tweak, as I say, at the time, but it wasn't really hurting or anything, so they weren't concerned. A couple of weeks later, as I say, I was out with my son, and he ran across a field. We were at a country park, we were at Harewood House in Leeds, and he's just disappearing over the hill and thinking, it's all right, it's only 3-4, I'll be all right. All right, he's gone out of sight, now I have to go after him. So I did the dad run. I didn't really go very fast, because dad run isn't fast, it just looks fast. And the next day, I couldn't walk. I could barely get out of bed. I put my foot on the floor the first time and screamed, and the wife told me to stop being a drama queen. And the doctor said, you've done something serious here, when I went to see him that day. When I phoned Mulderrigs, straight from the beginning, it was really personable. I was just talking to another person. They were really open, really friendly, and just invited us round to have a chat. So I went round to see Diane at Mulderrigs, and then I took them on. Based on that, for me, face to face, I felt really comfortable and confident. A couple of weeks later, and the bike shop had finished their report, and they said that they needed to write off the frame, because without destruction testing, you can't check carbon fibre, because of the nature of the fibres, it can literally unspool from a single crack and unspool the whole material, and they're under such stress that can just mean it literally comes apart. So then we were on to having the operation. Out of that surgery, we found out what was on the day just a slight sense that something had happened, and really, to be honest, no pain at all on the day. Was a flap of cartilage torn right across the inside of the knee. There's a flap of cartilage that pads the knee in the joint, and it was cut right the way across, so they had to snip the whole thing off. Afterwards, I was told to rest up for up to 6 weeks, and I took that time out of work and kind of committed that I would do that, because I'm the sort of person that would go, I'll be all right in a week or so, and I'm really glad I did. It really needed it, and I had to very gently bring myself back into doing the things that I love, and I had to not ride my bike for months on end, which was huge. I have to say that being treated in the way that Mulderrigs did, and being looked after and being talked to like a human being and knowing what was happening all the time really helped me to be able to be confident and comfortable. I have a different life out of this, really. I have a brand new bike which I love. I ended up with a much nicer bike, which is a real pride and joy of mine. I cycle to work every day again. My martial arts have become such a part of my life that I'm probably going to be taking that up as a full-time career. And now I'm a trained teacher of Tai Chi movements for well-being, its own form of martial art. And the same Mulderrigs, really, really helped me to make that happen.